Well, hi everyone. My name is Jacob Clark. I am one of the HR coordinators here at PKF O'Connor Davies. A little bit more about me. I specialize in campus recruiting for both our intern and entry-level needs. I joined the firm in January of 2021, so I've been here for about 8 months. I love what I do. I love to interact with students like yourselves and help you learn more about opportunities with us. And I'll get into a little bit more about the firm, our culture, and why you should think about joining PKF O'Connor Davies. So what are we going to go over today? We're going to go over more about our firm, our many locations, our brand and who we are, who our clients are, and why, again, what are some of the different things that really, I think, draw you to PKF O'Connor Davies, and you should consider an opportunity with us. I see we have some people joining, so welcome, guys. You're got into some time. We're just going to go into more about PKF O'Connor Davies and all the exciting things we do here, so welcome. Okay, so more about the firm. So PKF O'Connor Davies is a full-service mid-sized CPA accounting firm, which means we basically do everything that relates to public accounting. So we specialize in audit, tax, advisory, and family office services, which deals with individuals of high net worth. More about our history. We started in 1891, so we have been around for quite some time. We have 13 offices across the Northeastern region, located across 5 states. So we have offices in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maryland, and Rhode Island. Firm-wide, we have more than 700 professionals, led by 140 partners. And I want to bring your attention to the last bullet, which is the one that says no greater value. That's our mantra, that's our slogan, and you'll see that come up a lot when it comes to our brand and who we are. So more about our locations. If you look to the left, that's a breakdown of different locations we have. So I think some of the ones relevant to you. We have 3 offices in New Jersey. One's in Woodcliff Lake, one in Cranford, and one in Livingston. And the rest of this slide talks about our affiliation with PKF International, which is our international resource that gives us those large firm resources. So because we are a mid-sized firm, when we talk about the mid-sized market, I kind of like to describe it as you get the best of both worlds, in the sense that we're small enough of a firm where we have that family-oriented, close-knit feel, where you have the opportunity to gain exposure to more earlier on in your career, but still big enough of a firm where you have the opportunity to explore different client areas as well as our specialty areas here at the firm. So for example, if you start out in audit and then after some time goes on and you find that you have a passion for tax, you have the flexibility to explore both areas here at the firm. You're never pigeonholed to one specific area. So I think is something that really differentiates us, knowing that you have a lot of career mobility here. So here's just a little bit more breakdown about those office locations. Here's a couple of different pictures just to give you a visual of the wide footprint we have across the Northeast. So what makes our firm different? We know as an accounting student, you're often faced with many questions. Do you want a large firm, a small firm? Do you want to do tax? Do you want to do audit? There's a lot to think about and to decide early on. But so some things that I think really differentiate PKF O'Connor Davies from our competitors is our dedication to our clients. We really go above and beyond, which I think really shows because we're constantly growing at a rapid pace. We're super dedicated to giving back to the local communities. So you'll see a couple pictures later on, but we're super dedicated to giving back by partnering with several different organizations that even our interns get to play a part in. Again, I'll show you a little later. As I mentioned, that locally based feel with that national and international reach, which we get being a mid-sized firm. So we're really locally based, where we have that family feel, where you're not just like a small fish in a big pond, like you're really playing a role in everything we do here. But again, still having that international global reach through our affiliation with PKF International. The depth and breadth of expertise and the interaction with partners, managers, and business leaders. So even as an associate here at the firm, you're working directly with our clients, you're working directly with their managers and our partners, which I think leads to why you get more exposure earlier on and helps with growth opportunities. So no greater value. Again, this is our brand slogan. Value is at the heart of everything we do here. It's in the front and center of our tagline. I think, I'll get into more about our culture later on, but, I think we have a really awesome culture here where everyone really is a family and super collaborative and just, really wants to help you succeed and own your career. So why PKF O'Connor Davies? There's a number of reasons why, but innovation will be encouraged, career development will be nurtured, and employees are recognized as our most valuable assets. You really have the opportunity to own your career here and make an impact. The opportunities are out there. It's really up to you to go out and seek them. So some firm perks I have to go over. This is one of my favorite parts about working here. We have to go over firm perks, right? We have a few, but I won't go through all of them, but just highlight some of my favorites personally. So we have a dress for your day policy. So what that is, it's in terms of your attire and what you can wear. So it's really up to you depending on what your day and week is looking like. So for example, if you're meeting with clients, there is an expectation that you will dress more professional and this professional clothing. But if you're just going into the office to get some work done, by all means, feel free to wear jeans and just a little more comfortable. We have several busy season initiatives. So when things are a little bit more normal and we were in the office, we had like massage therapists come in, we had doctors help you do physicals and flu shots. But given the more virtual space, we did things like bingo and trivia. And there's actually no minimum hours you have to work during busy season. I'm sure you guys hear horror stories about busy season and what it might be like, but rest assured, there's not a maximum 80 hours you have to work during busy season. It's really up to you. And as long as you get it done, however you do that, that's great with the firm. We have several diversity and inclusion initiatives. Again, I'll show you some pictures later on, but every month we celebrate a different diversity initiative and celebrate something. We celebrated Pride Month, we celebrated International Women's Day, just to name a few. And then again, community service initiatives I mentioned, how we're super dedicated in that community. And then the summer Fridays and December Fridays. So between Memorial Day and Labor Day, you actually get out at 2 p.m. on Fridays. So feel free to kickstart your summer weekends early and enjoy the warm weather. And then the same thing goes for December. So actually get out at 2 p.m. on Fridays just to give you more time to do last minute holiday shopping, as well as spend time with your family. So just in a number of different ways the firm really shows their appreciation for us and our hard work. This is what we like to call our brag slide. So as you can see, we've been recognized for many different accolades, which we're super proud of. I won't go through all of them, but just to list a few, I want to bring your attention to the second bullet. We were ranked #1 accounting internship by the Vault in 2020. That does include the big four firms as well. We've also been rated #1 for promotional policies. So as I mentioned, you really have the opportunity to grow here. But all of these accolades demonstrate that we really are an employer of choice. So as I mentioned, we're a full service CPA firm. So when we talk about our comprehensive service and support areas, these are them. The first one being accounting and assurance. So audit, tax compliance and planning, so tax, family office services, and business advisory solutions. Just to go into more depth about our clients and our specialty practice areas, also known as the industries that we serve. The good news is that if you're interested in a certain area of public accounting, the chances are that you can do that here at PKF O'Connor Davies. So this slide you see here, that's not a comprehensive list of every single industry we work with, but obviously it gives you a better understanding of the many different clients we serve. Just to name a few, we specialize in real estate, not-for-profit, government, we have a huge cannabis practice, we work with sports entertainment. So as I mentioned, you're never pigeonholed to one specific area here. You have the opportunity to explore different clients to help you better your career and find your niche and what it is you like doing. Leadership commitment, we're super committed to our employees' growth potential, which we do a variety of ways. I mentioned those employee engagement initiatives that we have here. We have a really high employee retention rate, and we also really dedicate to our clients. And as I mentioned, the firm is growing at a super rapid pace. We recently acquired a firm in Long Island the past year. We're always taking on new clients, so it's a really exciting time to be part of the firm. Our commitment to your growth, the firm is really dedicated to helping you, grow your career and develop, which we do a variety of ways. You will receive practical on-the-job training and formal training throughout the year. It actually is a requirement that you do participate in a certain number of training courses just to help you stay fresh with your skills. You'll get those one-on-one development opportunities with leadership. So because I mentioned we have that family-oriented deal, it's really normal for you to, again, be working directly with the leadership team, working directly with their partners. There's not like a hierarchy here where you have to go through a certain number of people to get somewhere. No, it's super collaborative, it's super flexible, which is really awesome as well. And I'll get into some of the other ways that we invest in your future in the next slide. So investing in your future, we do this through a variety of ways. We have a career advisor program. So what this is actually a mentorship program. So as soon as you start your role here at the firm, you are assigned to a career advisor who's typically a manager or above, and that's used as a direct contact for you to go to for any questions. They help you with performance management, so making sure that you're reaching your goals and on track for success. I feel like when I talk to a lot of students and early professionals, they just really want to make sure that they're on track for success and we're getting the ongoing feedback, which you definitely get here. We have several different CPA review programs. I think is really exciting for people who obviously are preparing for the CPA. So fun fact, actually, when you accept a full-time offer here at the firm, you immediately gain access to a wide range of CPA preparation courses that we have here through our partnerships with Roger U World, Wiley, and Becker. So actually the firm pays for all of those courses, and you gain access to those as soon as you accept the offer. So obviously there's some time typically between when you accept an offer and when you start. So we give you those courses right away. So you can use those couple of months to prepare for the CPA and hopefully knock out a couple of parts. And then upon passing the CPA, we do offer generous bonus stipends for, as a congratulations for passing. We have tuition reimbursement opportunities to help you further your education. And again, those professional education courses that you take just to make sure you're staying fresh and up to date with your skills. So more responsibilities sooner. So as I mentioned, top corporate officers and business owners will be your regular contacts. Even as an associate here, you are working directly with your clients. And again, as I mentioned, your partners. So don't feel like you're just playing a small role and doing the back end work here. That's not the case at all. And as I mentioned, you have so much flexibility to explore different clients and specialty areas here at the firm. And the rate of progress will be driven by your own desire and accomplishments. If you want to seek out those opportunities and you want to grow faster than say someone else, it's very easy to do that here. It's really up to you on how you want to make that happen. So here's just a typical pathway in terms of how you grow here at the firm. So you would start out as an associate to senior associate to supervisor to then manager. To be promoted to a manager, you do need to have your CPA, which is typical at most firms. You then need to become a senior manager to principal and partner. And we actually do have people here who start out as associates and then work their way up to partners. So I think that says something a lot about our growth opportunities and being an employer of choice. The fact that we had people here start out as entry-level staff and then work their way up to partners and never left. So, it's definitely very possible here. The next couple of slides just give you an insight into the out of ordinary things you get to do here at the firm and the really fun ways we bond and interact. So here's pictures of our annual company picnic, which first starts out with a town hall where our leadership team speaks to everyone and talks about the year in review, trends, predictions, any exciting news, and then it's followed by a company barbecue where all 13 offices come together. And if you look in the middle, things do get a little competitive. There is a trophy to be won. So it's, again, super fun. We're like a family here at the firm, and we understand that work isn't everything. So that's why the firm does a really awesome job at just doing fun things and again showing their appreciation for you because you work really hard. So we need to reward you for that. Other things we've done in the past, we've done things like firm softball leagues. We participate in the JP Morgan 5K race in Central Park. We do a lot of team building activities like rope courses. Here's pictures of our summer audit interns that we had this past summer. So these are pictures of us celebrating Intern Appreciation Day. So what we did is we all went to the office, we took pictures, we had a catered luncheon, and then in the left, you can see we went bowling. The interns play a big part in what we do here. So we like to show our appreciation for them as well. So super fun. Stick a great for you also some fun with fellow interns and network with each other and have each other's resources moving forward. Here's pictures of our intern day of service. So as I mentioned, the firm is super dedicated to giving back to the community. So even our interns get to play a role in that. So every year we do participate with some different organization to give back. So this past summer, we actually volunteered at a local garden. We landscaped, we mulched, we gardened. It was super rewarding. It was a super hot day. And when I tell you the interns really were put to work, they really were. They were sweating by the end of the day, but it was super fun and rewarding as well. Other ways that the firm has given back to organizations like Relay for Life and Bowling for a Cause, Feeding Westchester. And there's an organization that you're passionate about that we don't currently work with, by all means, we would love to partner with any organizations that we can and help give back, which is really awesome. Other activities that we've done around the office, as you can see, we really find an excuse to celebrate anything. One of my favorites is the potluck lunch that we have every year. So if you look at the bottom left, colleagues bring in a dish from their heritage, which is just a really great way to promote our diversity and inclusion efforts. We love learning more about our colleagues on a more personal level, which is really nice. Other activities we've done, Thanksgiving feasts and ice cream socials, and like wear your PKF O'Connor swag, and we have a contest for winners. So super fun. As I mentioned, we're super committed to diversity and inclusion. So here's pictures of our Pride breakfast to celebrate Pride Month. So each office had been decorated on all colorful gear, and we wore rainbow stuff and had like rainbow bagels, and a really fun way to again sort of support diversity initiatives. Promotion day. So every year we actually celebrate promotion day, where all of our colleagues get promoted, get a sign, they get a balloon at their desk for a way for you to kind of show everyone that you were promoted. It's a super exciting time in your life and a huge accomplishment. So the firm likes to, advocate that for you and want you to be proud of yourself. So we kind of put together a huge event, which is really nice. And so what we look for when considering full-time hires, so we look for a variety of things. We do like to see affiliations with your accounting clubs or societies. So obviously you guys are here today, which looks awesome that you guys are part of the NJCPA. We do like relevant internship experience when it comes to a full-time opportunity, although that's not required, but I would definitely recommend getting any relevant experience while you can. We do like to see a strong academic background, but fun fact, we actually did remove our GPA requirement in order to be even more inclusive of people's situations. We know that people are working full-time or have families and have many different commitments while going to school. So we know that your grade point average doesn't define you, and it isn't everything. So we don't have an exact requirement for that. Any other involvement in your community or on campus, that all looks really great as well. So how to check for available opportunities. So all of our opportunities that we're recruiting for right now, when it comes to internships or entry-level jobs or even senior roles, depending where you are in your career, those are all posted on our firm website. And I'll drop my email in the chat if you have any questions about that or have any follow-up questions. So that's just a breakdown of our different roles. But I'll show you guys exactly what I think you guys would be great fit for in the next slide. So some open roles that we have right now, we are recruiting for audit associates in our Work Lake, New Jersey office, also recruiting for a business solutions associate. What that is actually a mixture between audit and tax. We work with more of like our smaller clients. So you kind of like get an exposure to both audit and tax, which I think is really awesome. We also have a winter audit internship that would go from January to April in the spring of 2022. It would be like a part-time internship, while you're a student. So we're looking for that as well. And then we have two really awesome summer programs. We have a Leaders of Tomorrow program, and this program is a 2-day virtual event geared towards sophomores and juniors that any student can be considered. And what it is, it's actually a really great way for you to just learn more about our firm, our culture. You get to network with our colleagues in like the accounting fields. You get to hear from our associates and senior associates. And the Leaders of Tomorrow program acts as a feeder into our future internship programs. So by attending the Leaders of Tomorrow program, you're automatically considered for future opportunities with us. And then we also recently launched a Freshman Pathways program, and that's geared towards students who just finished their freshman year to learn about different business paths in the corporate field. So you get to hear from colleagues in HR, in marketing, in IT, finance, just to help you learn more about different opportunities in like the business field, which is really cool. And like I said, so if you have any, I'll open it up to any questions, but I'll also drop my email in the chat in case you have any questions that come up later on. And then also, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm a huge LinkedIn person, so I would love to connect and stay in touch as well. But that concludes the Inside Look at PKF O'Connor Davies presentation. So like I said, I'll quickly open up the questions, but I'll also drop my email in the chat in case you have any. And if not, then it's really great meeting you guys. And again, thank you for taking the time to learn more about our firm and to see stay in touch and hopefully see some applications from you guys soon. So I just dropped my email in the chat in case you have any questions.